Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today, and what you're doing is you are watching Dawn of Discovery. I decided to go ahead and create a little episode now that I've actually got a chance to play some of the game, and that way you can kind of see how it plays out. Right now we're in postcard mode and following our ship as it goes out to complete a quest here. And I just thought this is a really nice way to kind of introduce you to the actual gameplay. So, what I'll do now is just let it go about its way. Here is the world, excuse me, that we had started many moons ago. And you can see this is that original warehouse that we had, and we're on this island here. It's a massive island. We have our city of Goldford here. Here's a little postcard view of that as well. You can kind of see how the city's coming along here. Very nice. Excellent. Alright. So we've started building a city here. We've got some resources up here to the top. This is where our toolmaker workshop is, and our iron smelter, charcoal burner, and our ore mine. So all that's combining together. We're combining our iron and our charcoal, and then we're producing we're producing iron ore and charcoal, and we're producing iron from that. Then we're taking the iron and we're putting it in our tool maker workshop, and we're producing tools from that. And you can see over here we're starting to get tools. You can see that our little arrows going up here. To the south here, to the east of our city, we got our little production here that's going on. We've got some cider farms, we've got some hemp fields for clothing, and down here more to the south, we actually have built a new shipyard, so we can actually produce ships. We now have a new ship, the Tornado, and we actually have a harbor master's office there as well, so we can trade. Ships can come in and trade there with us, and we can produce our own ships. Our original was way up here to the north, and so instead of having to keep coming all the way up there, I decided to build south of our island. So here's the map we've explored so far. Oops, our ship was in charge of doing this mission here, so it needs to get over there, and we'll take a look at that when it gets there. We've actually found the Venice populace here on this island here. And
the Council of 10 expects results.
Yes, of course you do. And of course we can trade with them and unlock but items with them. And over here to our far southeast, we have the
You can always count on my hospitality.
Grand Vizier Al-Zahar. And we're coming up to here we go. Let's get in front of that here. Take a look at this battle here. We've got a little quest that was sent to us to go ahead and destroy this ship. So that's what we're going to do. Oops. Of course, as soon as I took that off, now it starts shooting. There we go. Got a little battle going on here. I'm actually going to bring it out in front of this ship and then let it shoot at it. Alright, take that ship out. Oh, and here's some of those sea life I was talking about. We have, looks like a sailfish there. Down here we have an orca that's swimming through the ocean there. Anyways, so we got this island here. We started producing on it, building our civilization. It comes with cider, hemp, and bees. We are using the cider and the hemp for different things, but we also expanded down here to this island because it has on it spice and dates and clay and one other that we can put on the island.
The ship you were assigned to intercept was successfully destroyed.
Alright, so we destroyed it. We can go ahead and take the item there that's left in the sea, and then we can return it back over to the Venetians down here. Okay, so anyways, what do we got going on here?
Will you stand by me?
Deliver the following goods to this guy. Alright, so we're getting a lot of quests. Hang on, boys. I'm trying to talk. So this island here is a nomad island. part of the Orients. And you can notice there's the nomads. We've got 345 of them right now. We can upgrade them eventually when we're getting to that point, but if you click on the nomads, you can see that they have some needs. Their food is dates. We have milk that they need from goat herders here. They have need for company. Now they all of a sudden they have a need for carpets. And if we look at carpets,
you really did what I asked you to.
Of course,
quite a relief.
All right, so
you
we've got
say?
some tools and some honor. Great. All right, back to what I was doing now. Bring this guy. Let's see.
I thought you'd come to see me.
He has items we can purchase. Like for example, this here is. What is this? 30 minutes. When socketed on a ship near the coast, the informant discovers enemy bases of operation on the island. Oh, so it's like a little spy we have. Or we can get the marine chart reveals the entire I can't even say that word. I'm not even gonna try. Screw it. And of course, this one here increases range. You can hit this dice to get new random ones put in there, but it costs you some money. And the more you hit it, the more money it costs you, so you don't want to do that. And of course, since we have 2 levels of guys right now, we can unlock multiple levels with him as well. So we're going to send him up to our ship there. We have got this island here. Well, the reason we got on this island, and you can see there's not much on it, but right here is spice. We need the spice, so we've set up a route here between the Wolf's Haven and our Gold Ford, and basically it's going to just take the spice from one location and drop off the spice at the other location. That's going to supply spice for all of our people here. So I keep talking about spice, but I haven't actually showed you. If we look at our city here, we have some peasants, and of course our peasants just need fish, they need cider, they need marketplace, and they need religion to, and if they're happy with all these, they will upgrade. Our church, you'll see, just doesn't cover a couple of them, which is okay. I want just the main buildings to upgrade anyways. The ones that have upgraded, we'll click on, and you'll notice they are citizens. Now, citizens are a little more complex. They need fish, but they also need spice. That's why I keep trying to get spice. We had no other way to get spice other than going down in the Orient and getting it off of that large island over there. So now we're transporting spice up here. They're very well fed. Look at their drink. They just need cider, so we just produced an extra cider farm over here. If we look at their clothing, we have linen, and that is actually produced. Good question. Where's their linen? Right here is their linen. We have a hemp plantation, which is creating the hemp, and then over here is our weaver's hut that takes the hemp from our small marketplace and converts it into linen clothes. So that's where we're getting the clothes for them to make them happy. They need companionship, which again is the roads. They need a church or chapel in this case, and we have produced a chapel right there. And they will need amusement. They are going to need a tavern, so that once all these needs are met, and as soon as I build this tavern, then we can upgrade citizens into the next level, which are the patricians. So we can start going from peasants up to citizens, up to partitions, and the partitions have even more needs that need to be met. So if we look at our citizens again, if they need a tavern, all we're basically going to do is click on, and you can see now in our build menu, our peasants here, we have lots of different buildings and such that we can make. We have citizens. You can see citizens here have a whole new variety of things.
Game saved.
Where we actually have iron moor and iron smelter, charcoal burners, tool workshop, all kinds of small storehouses and harbor masters and carpenter's houses, fire stations, base of operations, tournament arenas, tavern. And here's our tavern. So if we cover our tavern right here, that's going to cover most of our town. We could, if we wanted to, just remove one of these buildings and place it kind of in the middle of our town. But I think it's okay what's got covered there. We don't need to get every single building covered. And the ones that aren't covered there, just outside the circle, are going to be our peasant huts anyway. So put that in there, and you'll notice that now we click on this.
Between you and me,
bam,
I
they're
rather
happy.
like the look of that new neighbour of mine.
Yep. And if we wanted them to upgrade, we could adjust our tax level again to go up so they're ecstatic. Once they're ecstatic, then they will upgrade to the next level. But before you actually do that, you want to spend some time monitoring your resources and seeing if you're going to run into problems when you upgrade. You want to see if your wood or your linen or any of your resources are going down extremely fast. You want to kind of monitor your situation just to find out if there's any kind of issue with your civilization before you go ahead and do that. Alright, so we've got some ships here. Let's see, how many? We got plenty of tools in this island. Okay, we've also expanded out on this island, another massive island, but I wanted to get this before any of the other computer players did. Massive island. Once you are on the island, it's kind of claimed it for yourself. The only reason I did that, like I said, is just for future. We actually have lumberjack, which is full because we've maxed out, and we basically set this up just for our tools. So I put again an iron mine. We have our iron smelter. We have our charcoal burner, and all that's combining, and we're putting this stuff together and putting it into our tool workshop. Again, it's pretty easy to figure out. If you just hover over to make linen, it requires hemp, and it produces linen garments. So it tells you the prerequisite for what you need, and after you've done it a few times, it's pretty easy. So this island, basically, right now, all it's doing is producing tools and lumber. And now that I actually have a ship, this is a what do you call this? A small trading ship. We're actually going to set up a route here, and we're just going to say, okay, we're going to create a new route, and this is just going to be sell items. Alright, and all we're going to do is take items from here, and we're going to take our tools, and we're going to click on the plus sign, and we're going to take our wood, and that's the only thing it's producing. And we're going to take it to, should we take it to the Sheik, or should we take it up here? We'll just take it up here, and we're going to sell it, and we're going to sell our wood, and we're going to sell our tools, and we're just clicking the minus here. And you can adjust the amount that you take in and out. So for example, I just click on it, and I can say, okay, I only want you to take 20 of them. So that way I'm not taking all of them for right now, though this island is just an extra island. And then we're going to add a ship. We want to add the tornado, and it's set up. And we can look at our spice. I've set up one spice to the north. All it's doing is taking spice from this island and taking it up here. And of course, it's just taking it and dropping it off. So that way our citizens to the north. I also secured this island way down here because it has on it silk and indigo, and the importance with that is, if we go into our build menu, we also have a nomad, and you can see we need silk and indigo, and with those two we can produce carpets because it says requires silk and indigo, and you can produce carpets. So this island is going to be nothing other than building
This
silk.
may seem defenseless to you, but I have the full force of the Sultan's fleet and armies at my disposal in an emergency.
Great, thank you. Appreciate that. But you can see that our silk here is not being built on the best of stuff. Desert it does require, so what we can do here is create a noria, and basically we can fertilize the land ourselves. So we are going to do that. Put that down there, and eventually it'll start going around and fertilizing the area, so we can, you see it growing now. We can get some silk in there, and yes, it does have silk. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, and even tells you silk fields require adequate fertility. So you can see that we have some of it growing, and eventually we'll get to a little bit more. Maybe. It should grow out, so we're going to go ahead and just give it a few minutes. Alright, so that's how you do that. Then of course we could do indigo. We can do these because this island has that resources. So, and we'll also set up a carpet manufacturer. Then what we'll do is we'll transport the carpets from here back up to this island here, because our nomads
I
here
don't regret giving up the nomads.
are going to need carpets. So we're going to make them happy to do that, and the only way to do that is to use the resources to build the carpets. What do we have here? Nothing right now. Well, I had purchased one of the special items from one of our...
The Emperor would be a happy man indeed if all his vassals were as decent as you.
Alright, so he's happy with this. That's good. I had purchased one of the items from one of the AI players. It gives us increase speed plus 20%. And there's all kinds of different items. If you click
Are
on...
you still alive?
Here's items
Are you
that
certain?
you can unlock and buy and purchase and put on your islands. Let's see, and here's the...
It is an honor
Sultan.
to have
He
you
has different
as
items.
my guest.
Okay. So there, that's kind of an overview of how to actually play and how things are going. Well, I think I'll just go ahead and record a little bit of this, and then wait and do some more, and then I'll record and post the next video, and you can kind of see how things progress along here. And I think that's pretty good for an overview. What's this? Goods are stored or full. That's because I didn't finish this over here. So we got iron, we got ore, we don't have our smelter here, and we don't have our tool workshop. Okay, so that should take care of that problem here. They've just been storing these items up. Now they can bring them out and put them in the iron smelter to make iron, and then we'll take the iron and convert them into the tool workshop. Very intuitive, very easy once you understand how everything's done. And if you're not sure, most of the time you can click on a menu and you can see, and they'll kind of walk you through what's going on. So we got our goat farms over here, we got our nomads, we're going to make carpets to these guys, make them happy. Let's go ahead and get our silk plantation. Now there we go, much better. Alright, so we click on that. Now we do is click on our silk, and we have 5. So what we're going to do is position 5 of these, 1, 2, 3, and we'll rotate it 4, 5, and we'll go ahead and produce a road between here and, oh wow, what a bummer. I'm gonna have to take a little detour there. It's gonna slow them down. That's unfortunate. Alright, and we'll go ahead and do the same thing with indigo here, and I want to try and squeeze indigo in right there. Let's see if we can do that. They need 5 fields as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and then we'll just connect it with the road. Alright, and then in between that, what we'll do is we'll put our carpet warehouse right there. And so they're going to be bringing the items down here and the items over this way. And then our carpet maker will take those items. And let's check and see. 92%. That's not too bad. There's still... Production will start at 89%. Hopefully it'll get a little bit better than that. It's just hard to say how much the land gets watered. So you want to try to stay as neutral, but it only has a certain amount of water. So once the water runs dry, this island also has quartz, which you need. Quartz and clay. You can make mosaics. When you make mosaics, so that you can build the mosque. So lots of other things we need to look at just for the nomads part of our organization. I've got our flagship here, which I renamed to flagship. Yes, very original. And that way, it's mainly my extra ship in case I need resources. It's got the extra movement, so that's kind of an overview of what's going on with our civilization right now. Be sure to stop in and watch the next part here, and we'll go ahead and play out some more video here and get a chance to delve into it some more before the next time. And you can see as our empire is expanding out. Right now we have 525 citizens and 200 peasants. Hopefully by next time we'll have a lot more than that. Until the next time, this is ID Jester signing off.